one argument people make against Black Lives Matter a lot is, if Black Lives Matter so much, what about blacks killing blacks?
Child.
And I mean, anytime I'm in a discussion about it, that's basically their go-to argument. I want to know, when people, I'm guessing you both have heard that hundreds of times, what do you say to those people to just, to stop that point?
Depends on who I hear it from.
White people.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's a good clarification. It is the height of hypocrisy. The height of hypocrisy. To kind of, assume that black folks don't deserve to live with dignity and respect for any reason. And to me, that statement, especially when it's deployed by white folks, is a very blatantly racist way of engaging and relating. Here's what I mean by that. I did AmeriCorps back in the day, right? Some people in here may have done Peace Corps. Folks like to travel to Africa and, different countries in Africa and different places around the world and do, peace missions and hand out food and build schools and things like that. I don't actually see that happening in black communities. And so when I say that it's the height of hypocrisy, what I mean by that is nobody cares more about violence that happens in black communities than black people do. Period, without doubt. And the reason that it is so completely offensive to me when that narrative is deployed around, well, black people don't care about other black people, so why should we? First of all, it doesn't follow consistent logic. But second of all, it is a way to say, ultimately, this is what I think about you people. I said it, you people, right? There's something very, very wrong with that, number one. And number two, the statistics don't actually match that. So if we were to use data, which most rational people do, what we would know, right, is that crime rates in white communities are actually slightly higher than they are in black communities. But beyond doing this tit for tat, I'm actually interested in having a conversation about how resources are distributed in this country, and tying what happens in communities that don't have grocery stores, don't have health centers, don't have trauma centers, don't have schools, have a very troubling relationship with police. I'm interested in having a conversation about what would happen if we invested the same resources in poor black communities that we invest in white suburbs. Would we be having the same conversation about crime in black communities? Probably not. And then just to end, right, so I also want to acknowledge that there are people who have been doing incredible work inside of our communities to stop violence from happening without resources, without recognition. And I don't want to erase that ever, right? And we need to keep lifting that up. But I'll end with something that a mentor said to me once, which I find to be very helpful in this conversation, which is people always want to talk about crabs in a bucket without acknowledging that the bucket is not the crab's natural habitat.